If you play this Speedster game long enough, you learn some neat tricks.
You can save the world over and over and over again, and you can still never catch a break. Not if you're the Flash, anyway.
Since when was there a train here?
Season 6 has been an incredible ride, with Crisis on Infinite Earths being the crossover event of the year, shattering the record for guest stars and heroes per episode. Now we have to deal with the aftermath. What covenant did our Scarlet Speedster make with the ghost of Oliver Queen? Why is Kid Flash's return bittersweet? And what speedsters were hinted at in the episode Death of the Speed Force? We'll answer all these questions and more. So strap in, get set, and may the Speed Force be with you. Where are we now? We're still catching our breath from the 5-episode crossover event Crisis on Infinite Earths. We are now seeing the consequences of our hero's sacrifice to defeat the Anti-Monitor, or as we call him, Diet Thanos. We lost Oliver Queen along with an infinite number of Earths except one, which we now call Earth Prime. Earth Prime is where the Flash and the original Arrow take place, and where the surviving heroes from Earth 38, otherwise known as Supergirl's Earth, have now immigrated to. On Earth Prime, we also have Batwoman's adventures taking place in Gotham, and Black Lightning's quests happening in Freeland is now part of the new continuity. In the Crisis, we not only lost OG Arrowverse star Green Arrow, but also Earth 90's Flash, who sacrificed himself on the treadmill of time to save the last Earth. Barry and Iris also lost access at the end of last season. Oh, and his powers are inexplicably going haywire. That's why the presence of Wally West, Barry's brother from another mother, comes as a huge boost to the members of Team Flash, as well as the fans. The return of Kid Flash.
What can I say? It's great to be back.
Wally West, the street racing all-around cool cat, charmed us right at the starting line of Flash Season 2. During a holiday-themed episode, Running to Stand Still, he truly was a gift for the fans, even though he could be a little passive-aggressive at times.
Your pops here is a hell of a detective.
Obviously not.
For sure.
Anything else?
Do you have a problem with me?
Who could have a problem with you? You're Barry, right? You're perfect.
All it took was a flash of lightning to hit his 10-second car to lighten him up and cement him as one of our favorite speedsters. Maybe it was because Wally came back and found that Barry was dating his sister Iris, who's also Barry's sister. Well, Barry is adopted, so it's okay, right? I mean, it worked well for Deborah and her adopted brother on Dexter, right? Oh my. For a while, Kid Flash and the Crimson Comic were inseparable, saving each other at every turn. In Season 3's The Untouchable, we even saw Wally West lose a foot race to the Scarlet Speedster by only a step. However, seeing the character that first appeared in 1959's The Flash number 110 in the episode Death of the Speed Force was not all sunshine and rainbows. Wally carries with him the grave news that there has been a disturbance in the Speed Force, making all speedsters vulnerable to a future where there is no future.
Lately, I've been sensing that there's something wrong with the Speed Force.
What is the Speed Force? The Speed Force is not one thing, and yet it's everything. Could one say it's like the Force in Star Wars?
A disturbance in the Speed Force, you feel?
It's terrible.
Yes, I suppose we could. The concept was first introduced in the comics in 1991 Flash's Get a Grip story, where speedster Max Mercury shows Wally West that, thanks to a deep connection with the Speed Force, you can actually be everywhere at once and never have to choose who to save and where to be. In 2011's The Flash Rebirth, after returning from a transformational visit to the Speed Force, Barry describes it as a storm of never-ending lightning to me. A lightning I'd see on the edge of the horizon whenever I'd push myself as far as I can go. As well as Max Mercury, who called it an all-encompassing Flash fact. Alchemy used the Speed Force as a threat, asking Barry and Wally,
So who wants to meet the Speed Force first?
implying that for speedsters, it's the equivalent of their Valhalla, or Hades. Jesse Wells says she felt the Speed Force grow inside her exponentially when she was almost run over by a car, enabling her to run so fast it made everything around her appear to stop. Once speedsters are infused with the Speed Force, it becomes all-consuming. In essence, their reason for being.
You want him to become more powerful, more full of Speed Force.
Crisis, Barry's decision. In Part 4 of Crisis, Oliver Queen's ghost, who calls himself Specter, appeared to the Paragons in their darkest hour at the Vanishing Point. He is in touch with the multiverse as well as the Speed Force, and Barry asks Specter to unlock his full potential, giving him the energy he needs to defeat the Anti-Monitor and restore balance to what's left of the universe. He brings Barry to the Speed Force, which is basically a dark room where Oliver Queen used to work, and explains to him that he is using his essence to hold all the memories and connections together. Unlocking Barry's potential means giving the Flash the energy normally reserved for preserving the history of all speedsters in order to save everything else now. All of the timeless memories created by speedsters would then gradually spill out of the Speed Force and be consumed by antimatter, causing speedsters themselves to fade out of pictures like in Back to the Future. No doubt Barry did what he believed was best, and the Paragons defeated the Anti-Monitor and saved Earth Prime. But now all speedsters across time are feeling the burn. They are running out of powers, losing time, and their future lineage is being wiped out. Oh no. Losing the Speed Force powers. All speedsters struggle with the eternal questions. Who am I without my speed? If I can't be a hero, what am I? At this point, Flash and Kid Flash have to choose where they spend what's left of their powers. This leaves them, and in turn, Central City vulnerable, with Mirror Master abducting members of Team Flash and replacing them with Mirror Doppelgangers, Bloodwork just yearning to make a comeback, and Turtle 2 putting people in energy bubbles and aging them really fast like some kind of cruel spa treatment.
Sorry, I was just waiting for you to come up with a better name.
No, it's Turtle 2. Less is more.
And now Eobard Thawne creating his own rival, Negative Speed Force. This is a test to Barry's character that we've never seen before. How a character deals with the losing of their powers is the ultimate rite of passage for them, for we get to see who they really are, and so do they. Superman lost his powers in Superman the Animated Series when the sun turned red, and he had to take on Luminous as well as save Lois. Must be hard not being able to lift a desk with one hand.
Ow.
In The Dark Knight Rises, Batman got his back broken by Bane and had to heal in an underground prison, escape, and walk all the way back from the Middle East to Gotham City to release it from the clutches of evil. And lest ye not forget, Supergirl lost her powers fighting the android in the episode Human for a day, and had to learn to rely on others for a change. Feeling like if she can't help others, she herself is helpless, she bravely faces down the gun of a bank robber without being bulletproof. In that moment, we see she is a hero, with or without her powers. We're pretty sure Flash is going to go through a similar rite of passage. The upcoming Speedsters. And now the grand reveal. What Speedsters has Flash been teasing us with? Wally told Barry that he would have visions in the Speed Force of his kids running with their kids. While he never says their names, this is a direct reference to Kid Flash's family tree in the comics. They are none other than Speedster twins Jay and Iris Irie West. The lovable mini speedsters are so cute when they're playing with a miniature Gorilla Grodd. We can only imagine how adorable they'd be trying to take on the real Grodd. Jay has the power of super strength, while Irie has intangibility, so she can walk through solid matter and ruin her brother's video games at will. Their father often thanks the speed gods that neither of them have super speed, or his dad exhaustion would be through the roof. The twins' mother in the comics is Linda Park, who has already appeared in The Flash Season 1 in the episode The Nuclear Man as one of Barry's love interests. Maybe she'll come back and hook up with Wally.
I'm not going anywhere. Yet.
Or the character will be played by someone else entirely. With Gorilla Grodd on the horizon and the addition of the Christmas ornament-inspired villain Sunshine to the enemies of Team Flash, the Speedster twins would be the cutest little addition to the Flash roster. What next? With so much drama in Central City, it's kinda hard being Barry Allen. He needs to put together a whole new Speed Force, make peace with his mother Nora's spirit, and to put down some of the world's most dangerous criminals, all with limited powers. So what do we have to look forward to in the rest of Season 6? We expect to see the Black Hole make a resurgence. Rumor has it Ragdoll will be making an appearance as one of its assassins. Fans hope to see the return of Speedster XS, Barry and Iris' future daughter whom we lost in Season 5. We also expect Plastic Man's long-lost and recently found Sue to step up as part of Team Flash, and with the twins to help them, they have a fighting chance to come out on top and resurrect the Speed Force at the end of the season and not be completely consumed by antimatter. Oh, they have to. They have to. or else our hopes for a standalone Flash movie are fading away.
I told Victor this was possible.
There you have it. Everything we know about the Flash's latest Speedster team reveal. Do you think Barry will succeed in creating an artificial Speed Force? Or is this really the end for all Speedsters across time? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to The Binger.